Art is a personal journey. It's an individual journey, and how a child expresses an idea or an emotion or a concept is very individualistic. Above all other theory, I think it is of utmost priority that I continue to encourage the students. With the youngest children, it's all about introducing them to new ideas, new materials, ways of working with materials. There may be a different activity for them to try on all 4 or 5 of these tables with something else on the carpet. With older children, there is lots of choice, but the choice is more implicit. Students know where things are and can access them. What are we making? It depends on what material grabbed them the most, and maybe some children were very excited by paint and some children were very excited by sculpture. It wouldn't be the first time that I had a project where there were multiple ways to achieve. The analogous color palette is part of the grade 6 curriculum. It was just simply exploring a palette, seeing how the colors work together, and putting that in their imaginary artist's toolkit for later reference. The room itself is all about just building projects from children's ideas. We do have a large carpet space. It's a place where we'll gather at the beginning and the end of class. I may read a story, we may show some images, we may just talk about ideas. And the table spaces are where all of the work happens, all of the where the hands get dirty up to the elbows, if you will. And we've got a lot of our dry media here, our soft pastels, our watercolor pencils, our regular pencil crayons, oil pastels. To that end, we have our pencils. We go from 6H all the way to 8B, lightest to darkest. So we've got some of our crayons here, the peeled ones, which are great for making rubbings. We've got our sink, lower, accessible to the kids so that they can wash their own hands and their own tools. A variety of different paints, watercolors, materials that we might break out one day, materials that during a project a student may look up and say, "Tara, can I have that? I think that will make a great handle for my bag." And over here is just a small selection of some of my storybooks by great writers and illustrators. I try to be as thoughtful as I can when I'm bringing in new games. It's a great way for students to learn about artists that don't always get featured in my classroom. This is where the students bring their art to dry. This is where the art gets stored. Wow. Hey! Okay, bring it over here. I would hope that the students collectively enjoyed working together.
Right here, my friend. Just place it right here.
And I would hope that individually they felt they grew in who they are as artists.
Something you can think about. This could be like on fire in the middle of space, and you can have like a total black background around it.